Raising him in my own image. You know, Ryan's a Virgo, just like me. Are you left-handed? Ah. But he lives in D.C., just like I grew up in. And his birthday is September the 7th, which I'm the 21st. So, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, you know. So I'm kind of excited about having Ryan. He's preaching next Sunday, so you guys come back and hear him next Sunday. Huh? Yes. So you're crackpots. Notice I said it fast. It comes off differently when you say crackpots. You are. You're cracked pots. We all are. We don't know the difference that we're making in the world. We don't know how what happened a few weeks ago will play out. Everybody thinks they know because they look at history, they look at trends, they think they know because they think they know, but none of us really know because we just don't have the infinite knowledge of the cosmos to know. We don't live long enough to know. And so it's interesting because a lot of religions say you have to live by faith and not by sight. And it's true. Faith in something. It may not be in an anachronistic God, but faith in something. And I have faith that humanity will eventually figure it out. There may not be 8 billion of us. It might be 2 billion of us. Maybe there'll be 8 billion. I'm not predicting destruction, but we will figure it out. So until then, I have to remind myself that the earth is beautiful. I have to remind myself that there is still beauty in life. And this is not even what I have to say to you. I'm just totally being extemporaneous. I don't know what the impact of my life is. And you don't either. But you're having an impact in ways you cannot even know. A good one. So you have to trust that. And a part of that is not walking around with all of the stuff that makes you feel so bad. That's why this month's theme is repair. Repairing our country perhaps, repairing our public schools maybe, repairing our personal, professional relationships, repairing relationships with our children. Yes, but today I want us to focus on those emotional highs and lows that we need to repair from these last 2 weeks. Personal repair. Healing spiritual wounds that weigh us down so we can move forward with purpose. Now, one of the practices I do when life feels heavy, when your legs feel heavy, literally, when the gravity of the world is pulling you down, I go inward. I sit somewhere quiet and I let things bubble up. Things I can't control. And it's uncomfortable. But I want to get it out. I want to absorb it, metabolize it, release it. And I ask myself, what is it that I'm feeling? I want to put it into words. Where am I feeling it in my body? That's somatics. Where am I feeling it in my body? And then I start naming where I'm feeling it. I start putting it into words. If I can, I always can't. Sometimes, whatever word I can come up with. And over the course of several days, it begins to emerge. It begins to come out. It's almost like it was constipated. And it begins to come out. One of the things I notice now is that I'm trying not to carry guilt from having multiple emotions or think something is wrong with me. Most of us are like, I like vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream. Okay, you can do chocolate and vanilla, but don't go too far past that. If you got like 4 scoops and 4 different flavors, that's just way too complicated. And a lot of us are carrying 4 flavors of emotions. And it is complicated to feel content, sad, and grief all at the same time. To be completely okay and then be crying an hour later. And not knowing why you're crying, and then an hour later after that be completely all right. And think something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're actually, that's a good practice. You're feeling your feelings. Free therapy. And accepting that life is not an either-or proposition, it is a both-and proposition. New paradigm, both and. It's what makes us beautifully human. So expect the wave. And so those things come up that I cannot control. I practice the Neba prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I just release it. May it be so. Not my will, but thy will be done. I'm not a Christian, but I like that. Not my will, but thy will be done. Cosmos, universe, first cause, beyond my pay grade, complicated algorithm. I release it. And then there's a certain kind of control that comes by releasing the control. And I focus then on the things I can control. It's very grounding for me. Dr. David Hawkins said that the things that hold us hostage, fear, guilt, shame, anger, they vibrate at a lower level, he says, but they also cause a weakening in the body, making us susceptible to disease and sickness. And he does this through kinesiology muscle testing. And that certain smells that smell good or pleasing, words like love and courage and bravery, and the muscles are strong, but the words like shame and fear, the muscles get weak every time. There's a series of words. He's done this test thousands of times. He's dead now, but he did. We know this from Dr. Emoto's water testing, where water images with certain words make beautiful formulations like love. Beautiful word. It forms a beautiful water shape. And hate forms a very ugly shape. So these words have power, and if we're feeling them, what are they doing to our bodies? So then that is why we have to practice what he says is letting go, surrender, not as a weakness. Surrendering those feelings, feeling the feels, then eventually finding a way. I don't have that solution fully, he does, but it hasn't always worked for me. But what I do is just continuously think about them until they release from me and surrender it. And so that's what we're going to do today for the rest of the service, or at least for this period of the service, is to do a ritual of release. The piece of paper you were given was so that you could write down a word or two or a short sentence that you want us to read, Ryan and I, to read aloud before we burn it at our chalice, a symbol of our resistance and our resilience. So I want to give you a few moments to write down your word or words, If you need a piece of paper, an usher will hand one to you. Let's do that now. May it be so. Fear. The kung fu grip of my desire to feel in control. MAGA cruelty and oligarchs and greed, letting go of it.
Releasing despair, abandonment, releasing anger at those who voted different from me, and letting go of greed and fear.
Fear of the unknown, letting go of inequality, violence, lies, unethical, self-centeredness, anxiety and worry.
This is the forks for the lunch meat. And let's just get one of the plates here and put the lunch meat on it, okay?
Letting go of my fear, my anxiety, and my sadness for the uncertainty surrounding LGBTQ plus people.
I don't know if they can open that door.
Anger.
I was going to put it behind the
Watching
chair in there.
Trump lie
I put it.
blatantly or at his rallies. Anger, frustration, fear. Fear.
Letting go of fear of getting old. Letting go of both sadness and anger regarding a best friend of 50 plus years who abandoned me after her husband and I had a heated argument.
Letting go of grief, fear, and anger. Letting go of contempt. I had to work on this one.
Letting go of fear of the future, letting go of uncertainty, letting go of loss of community.
Releasing. Letting go of anything understood or not understood. That is not in the service of collective liberation.
Letting go of crankiness, letting go of frustration with the system that I cannot control, and letting go of the feelings I have around people cutting down trees.
letting go of numbing behaviors, letting go of resentment, letting go of malaise, low energy, and laziness.
Releasing uncontrollable guilt and stuff. Releasing expectation. Letting go of Trump and his drunk energy. No, that's dark energy, excuse me.
From our friends online, 2025 plan. Disappointment in our fellow citizens. Fear, catastrophizing, and the tragedies of war.
Feeling so empty and it's eating me alive, letting it go. Anger and depression, letting it go. Sadness and pain from chaos and uncertainty, letting it go.
Letting go of feeling like a failure. Letting go of fear. Letting go of fear that I am not enough.
Fear and worry of what is to come. Hate, anger, confusion.
Letting go of anger and frustration. Letting go of tristeza, sadness, and doubt. Letting go of... I don't quite understand this one, but we're going to let go of it anyway.
Letting go of trying to understand lost relationships. Letting go of paralyzing fear. Letting go of anger at people now dead.
Letting go of despair. Letting go of feeling shocked, appalled, and devastated. Releasing worry over others' reactions. Letting go of fear, anger, rage, disgust, despair, pain, and grief.
Letting go of anxiety, fear for our country and its women. Letting go of feeling unsafe. Letting go of a life of self-doubt. Letting go of the fear of moving forward.
letting go of my fear for my child's safety, letting go of control, letting go of sadness over unrealized expectations.
May I give up holding on to being right all the time. May I let go of shame, anxiety and fear, anger, Ryan will burn the rest of these. I'm going to offer a prayer now. Please pause with me now. Spirit of life and love, in this moment we have brought forward the weight we've been carrying, the hurts that have lingered, the fears that have held us back, the anger that has simmered, the shame we've hidden away. We've named some of the things, but now we release them. May it be so. Not our will, but thy will be done. That they may be transformed, that they may be let go of. Let the fire that burned these burdens remind us of the sacred power of transformation. Our chalice burns away all that no longer serves us, the doubt, the pain, the wounds that tether our souls. Let the smoke carry them away, rising beyond our reach, clearing the path for peace to settle in our hearts. Help us to understand that letting go is not a sign of weakness, but a bold and courageous act of faith. May we feel lighter with every word released, freer with every emotion surrendered, stronger with every burden lifted. May we carry this practice of letting go into our daily lives, returning again and again to this sacred moment whenever the burdens of life grow too heavy. Together we trust in the healing power of this ritual. Together we release and make room for something new. Together we move forward freer, lighter, full of possibility. In the name of all that is holy and good, I leave these words. Amen.